I'll be reacting to the Heike story, episode 6. I'll be watching it from Funimation's website, and I'll be starting my reaction in 1, 0, go! Oh yeah, I'm pumped up for this. Bet you that little dun dun noise that I mix. Plus Ultra. Oh, seriously, they have such a cool looking logo. Wait, is it just no? I thought for a second our girl looked a little bit older. Oh no, Biwa does look a bit taller. No, yeah, she does look older because she looks a little bit taller. I mean, I'm sure he has his reasons, though. Yeah. Better to be playing it safe than sorry. I'm assuming it ain't going to be as easy as that, though. Oh. Dang. I like this. Now we're seeing. I like the contrast because you got to remember a few episodes ago, it was pretty much the brothers being joyful, playing around. But I like how now as the series is going along, now the brothers are completely serious, more of the all business approach, and I love that. Because as you get older, you really can't enjoy the smaller things in life. You got to take things more seriously. And you just got to treat things with a lot more gravitas and all that. So I'm not liking that the way they're slightly shifting the tone in the first bit of the episode. Yeah, I wasn't imagining things. But what does is Biwa does look a bit taller because at least when looking at the thumbnail on Funimation's website when it comes to like their first episode of the series, Biwa looked a lot shorter. So you know what? I'll give credit to the animation stuff and having those little details there. It's always sad seeing that bit with Biwa smiling though when you see. And the reason why I say it's sad because it's like seeing Shigemori, it's like, oh man, I just want to see him again. That's why it's sad. That's always painful to look at. Oh, that's cute. Sometimes the ability to empty a head out can be really damn useful, though. The way, yeah, then the way you said it too, of course he won't split in the water. I like how Bill can just easily. Oh. Oh. The kids in his eyes so fucking adorable. The way they flashed. But I kind of like this though. They've been giving some of the other brothers some spotlight. So I'm kind of glad how the one that's been underutilized in comparison to the others is gonna finally have his time to shine. I'm loving this blooming chemistry here. I hope it leads to something happy without tragedy. Silly, I mean, it's the Heike story. I'm assuming that there's going to be some tragedy befalling upon our lovable characters. I like how you can definitely tell Sukimori is enjoying that, building that bubbling relationship there. I love bits like this because even though Shigemura passed away, his words still have grand ramifications and impact. Not just does it have impact on his children, but mm. Oh, I wouldn't mind hearing Shigemura perform then in that case. Sounds really beautiful. Kind of makes it curious. There's when it comes to like the characters playing the instruments. I wonder if they do any recordings in the studio booth, or do they just take performances already in the past and they just call up companies so they can use any archived footage? I wonder what Science Sour's approach when it comes to handling that kind of stuff. Either way, it works in its favor, though. I mean, that's the issue when it comes to safety. Sometimes, if you want to be safe, you kind of have to cage yourself in. Sometimes temporarily, sometimes for a significant amount of time. All right, at least he's got a little bit of a sense of optimism there. You know what I love about this series too? Even like the minor details in the background, when you have that leaf fall in the water, it really adds a little bit of style there in the visuals. Okay, that's what I love about Toko. Like she can never hold a grudge against anyone, or at least the odds of her doing that are really, really low. And that's what I love about her. Like she's just one of the most kind-hearted, compassionate characters in the series by far. That's still alive because obviously Shigemura would have been up there, but he unfortunately died. Oh, oh fuck! That does not sound like a good sign, though. The child cries under his waves because it's making me wonder: does if that increases the odds of her child dying due to water? That's the worrying part there. Because I don't think they'd have that as a throwaway line for honestly, if this old man suffers a terrible death, he kind of would deserve it to an extent. Especially with some of the stuff and decisions he made in the past. Hmm. Yeah, I wonder what's got these two up in arms, unless they're going into like a staring contest. Oh. 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 Okay, that's pretty creepy, the mouse thing. Okay, that's kind of nasty when it comes to the mouse thing. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna blame him for being scared. I mean, what have you experienced? Most people nowadays, if they experience what that brother experienced, they'll need a psychiatrist, and I wouldn't blame him one bit. When it's seeing that much loss, that's what I'm curious about too. Yeah, I mean, he might as well shoot his shot. The thing is, though, if he doesn't make a shot, someone else will, and that might hook up with that lady. I like how Bill was like, nah, dude. Like she's making the face, nah, dude. I can't take her crap sometimes. But you know she comes from a good place because, oh, hmm. I'm assuming about her eye ability. That's my guess. Oh, okay. I thought for a second it was something regarding her eye or something. Aw, so cute. I always love how Bila's always happy to play music for the grandfather. That's actually really damn sweet. And that's one of the few moments where when we see the grandfather in a good light. Whenever you can see how excited or how pleasing he finds Bila's music. That's one of the few moments that we see him in a humanized light. It really makes the character in the series balance because it shows us that even some of the most Shikamori's like the opposite. Okay, I disagree with his opinion. Shikamori was far from boring. That I do agree with. She had a lot to accomplish. He was a because Shigeru was a man of action. Hmm. Okay, good. At least one of the brothers is trying to say something to the grandfather, but the thing is, though, what would be the cost of building that wealth? More lives? I like how it says our new world as if that's what everyone under him would want, because that's probably isn't the case. There probably some people with dissenting feelings on that. I'd be creeped the fuck out on carrying that skull, though. And I always like these in series when you have people try to like motivate some. I wouldn't say wimpy people, but whenever you have strong people trying to like motivate less than extroverted people, this is really dang cool. And the reason why is because not only are we seeing things fall apart, but we're seeing how even compassion, like the compassion that Kiyomori gave, is gonna screw him over. Because that's what I love about the series. The series is showing you that in life there needs to be a balance. Not showing enough mercy can screw you over, but at the same time, showing too much of it can also screw you over too. And that's what I love about the Heike story, because sometimes series will have, they'll try to message towards like one side, being like, oh, yes, we have this protagonist that'll make the right decision every time because they're completely ethical and never get screwed over. I like how this series is showing us now someone can make the ethical decision, but it could still be the bad decision in the long run, even if it's ethical. I love how here, at least in the Heike story, you see the gray morality of decisions and not. Speaking of which, I haven't mentioned this much, but damn, this really pops up visually. This is a nice step up after episode 5, because episode 5 was a bit weak from the animation front. Admittedly, this is definitely a lot more competently produced, from like the backgrounds and even the conversing sequences too, and the mouth flap movements and the lip syncing. Ooh, man. Okay, that's like more than double. Oh, okay, that is some conviction right there. The thing is that they might not have no choice but to rely on anything they can get. That face is kind of. I mean, I know it's going to be laughing because of the circumstance, but it's kind of funny to look at, though, the way the animators drew that there. Maybe it's because he's a realist. Oh, quite an interesting way of motivating there. And that's if they're going to even. Shit, who knows if they're going to be able to make it for that much longer if they're outnumbered by that much. Oh, now the white-haired lady looks a lot more sadder. This, well, of course, not as sad as she looked when Shigemori died, but still sadder than usual. And they were not expecting that. But they should have, though. In situations like this, you always gotta expect the worst. Yeah, the animation here is way better because you see multiple people moving in the background. Ain't a bunch of stills like it was in episode 5. It is impressive. Oh, but hey, sometimes the mind can play tricks on you. Oh, whoa. I'm assuming that decision of wanting to execute Tarikayo is going to screw him over in the long run. I mean, that's quite the optimistic perspective, though. But oh, the way people react seeing that kid, he's so fucking cute, and that explains why it was on the Funimation. I want to say thumbnail, but on the Funimation promotional image for the episode, it is fucking cute. If I had a cat like that, I would spoil the fuck out of it. I like that. See at least this bit where you see one of the brothers sparring. She was gonna say. I mean, hey, no one could have blamed Koyomori though. He just wanted his soldiers to be alive. He's not gonna be in the mood for dancing. Yeah, I had a feeling he was gonna say that. Aww, and I really feel bad for Bia because she tried her best to try to make him feel better. And it's like Tsukumori said a few weeks ago. Koyomori wasn't meant for fighting. He was only meant for dancing. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that a lot of responsibility was placed on his shoulders the moment Shigemori died. But the problem with that's the thing about life, though. When you get through adversity in life, it's not going to give a shit about whether you're prepared or not. You're going to have to just hope that you can react to whatever curveball's thrown at you, because life don't give a shit about your feelings. And it's sad to see this too, because I'm sure if Shigemori would have been there to handle that situation, shit would not have gone in that bad. But I'll give the episode credit because it's realistic. Koyomori is inexperienced in the ways of warfare. And plus, it doesn't feel like a character too, because that retreat, it's like Koyomori's already experienced massive amounts of losses, so I kind of like how we see the psychological consequences of the losses that he suffered a few episodes ago, because he did this hasten retreat without even thinking things completely true, and I love that. It shows you how the traumatic events are getting to him. So that's why I love the character development for Koyomori, and by association, I kind of like the characterization for the grandfather, because at least here, like when he wants to hear the music from Beale, we're seeing him at least in a gentler light from time to time. We kind of got that last week when it showed off his grandson and how happy he was. And now we're getting to hear when he wanted to hear some of Beale's music. So I love how it, in a way, humanizes him a bit more. And I kind of like the character development for Biwa too, because even though Biwa does do her typical stuff when it comes to talking in a joking manner, when it comes to like Tsukimori trying to figuratively bust his chops, you can tell she cares, because she even tells him straight up, just write a poem to the girl that you love, that you like. And I love those little subtle bits there, because it shows you how much she does care. Even though her and Tsukimori joke around with each other, you can tell they care about each other as siblings immensely, even though they're the ones that argue against each other the most. And I love that. Gives it a nice, powerful family dynamic there. And that's what I thought the episode did fantastic from a character standpoint. There really wasn't much more you could ask for. As for other bits, from a story standpoint, while yes, it wasn't the most exciting the Heike story episode, it was still good enough where I'm like, I'm going to give the episode an 8 out of 10, because even though, yes, it wasn't extravagant as some of the other episodes in the series, it didn't have to be, because the way it set things up was pretty interesting. Had a nice bit of levity here and there. And you're seeing consequences, like when Koyomori saved someone a few episodes ago, and then that specific person wants to betray him. Like, it makes the narrative much more interesting, because you have constant things like that are unpredictable, constantly occurring, or at least unpredictable for me, because I don't know much about Japanese history since the series is historical, so well, somewhat based off of historical events, I think. So at least for me, it makes for some nice surprises weekly. So that's what I thought narratively it was interesting. And to top it all off, visually, the series rebounded because I was honestly worried after seeing the previous episode to see this episode finally have the Science Star return to form was a nice treat. And the artwork looked damn beautiful. And I always have to mention too, but I do love how they have those little bits of foreshadowing, those little death lines on Zuko's shell, which I hope that isn't the case because I like that kid. I hope nothing bad happens to him. But I like that too. Because at the very least here, it always keeps me on my toes. And that's why I thought overall the episode was damn good. And to top it all off, I almost forgot to talk about this, but the music and the voice performances were great. Like, honestly, when it comes to those departments, I have zero complaints. And that's why I like the episode overall. But anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on the Heike story, episode 6. I would really love to hear your thoughts on how I feel about my reaction or the episode itself in the comment section below. Hope y'all rate the video, share it, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all later if you come back for more because I'm definitely reacting to the next episode. But anyways, y'all, thank you very much for watching my video and have a fantastic day, everyone. Bye-bye.